Hello, my name is Lori. Welcome to Beginner's Yoga. I usually post a video on chair yoga, but I have a new microphone that I bought, and I was so concerned with setting it up right that I forgot to record it. So if you were there while it was happening, then you saw it, but otherwise you don't get to see it this week. So I made sure I did not make that mistake twice. This is being recorded. So let's see, at the beginning, beginning yoga, there's certain things to keep in mind. You want to wear comfortable clothes. You want to make sure that you don't go too far, that you use modifications if you need them. You can use bolsters or pillows or blankets. You can put them underneath your bum or under your feet or between your legs and your feet, however you need to do it in order to make yourself more comfortable in the pose. And then also the breathing. So remember that we take a deep inhale, we fill up our lungs until our diaphragm pushes down and makes ourselves go push a little bit, and hold it for a couple seconds, all right? And then let it go either out through the nose or the mouth, slow, long exhalation. And when you're done with the exhalation, stop for a couple of seconds before you bring in the next breath. So once you bring in the breath, stop for a second or two before you let it out. And once you let it out, stop for a second or two before you begin the next breath. Notice the pauses too. So we have a lot to do. Oh, I didn't turn on the light. Yes, turn on the light so you can see. And even though I think it's light and I got all these lights on, it's like it's not bright enough. So I had to buy a light. You know, I'm buying a speaker or a microphone so that you can hear me. Oh, I'll tell you. So let's get into a comfortable position on the mat or on the floor. And this is Adept's pose, which means that, I've got one leg and I'm bringing as close to my groin as possible without touching it. And then I bring my next leg over and alongside it. So that's Adept's pose. You can do this if you want. And you can also use a bolster if that makes it easier for you. So let me get back into what I was doing here. You want to make sure your back is straight. You want to make sure your shoulders are down. And let's take a few moments to just get in touch with ourselves. Put your hands either here or here or here. It's up to you. But let's take about 3 to 5 breaths and tune into our bodies. Okay.
So we got a lot to do today. Let's get started.
I want you to stand up. We're going to do mountain pose. So with this, give me your microphone. With this, you're standing tall like a mountain. You're standing up straight. Your back is straight. Your shoulders are down. Your head is balanced over your collarbones. You have a straight line going through. Your feet are about hip width apart. Okay. And then your hands just rest evenly at your sides. Make sure you don't make your knees rigid. And now let us be a mountain for a couple of seconds here. Okay. That's a little bit harder than it looks because you're just standing up straight, right? But you're keeping your arms and thinking about your posture. And so not as easy as just standing there. What I'd like you to do is to get into tabletop. So your wrists are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips and you're like a table, right? So starting there, what we're going to do is move your hand up just a little bit and grab onto the mat, curl your toes under and stick your bum up in the air. And then if you can, lower your feet. This is downward dog. Think everybody's heard of this pose? So let's stay here for a few seconds, 3 to 5 breaths. Excellent. And now we're going to do trees. So I want you to come up. If you need to hang on to something or stand by the wall or something, by the bed, something to support you so that you don't feel like you're going to fall. And then kind of just do this without actually touching. Or if you have to touch, that's okay too. So you're going to take your right leg or your right foot and right above your ankle, put your foot there on the side of your calf. You can go up higher to the knee if you want to, if you can. And then we have our hands at the heart center, and then we'll go ahead and lift our hands up to the top. This gives us a little more balance. And I probably have more balance if I wasn't talking. So let's go and do this for 3 to 5 breaths. Oh, I'm thinking about it too hard. See, nobody's perfect, especially not me. other side. So again, put your foot up against your leg, above the ankle, up against your calf, or you can go higher up to the knee. I'm trying to do the knee. And then bring your hands up overhead. 3 to 5 breaths. Hold on. Okay. Now we're going to get back down on the floor, up and down, and we're going to do plank. So you want to make sure that your hands are going to be directly under your shoulders, okay? And then your feet are kicked out behind you, and you try to keep your body as straight as possible. Let's do this for 3 to 5 breaths. And now we're going to do the opposite. So get on your mat the other way, your legs straight out in front of you, your arms behind you. So here are my arms, I'm putting them down behind me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up, keeping my feet on the floor, but you want to make sure your hands are in a way that they're going to help you. So make sure you get the hands right, and then lift up. And this is upward plank. Now back up again, back up again. We're going to do warrior one. So if you remember, you're going to put your right foot out and your left foot back. And it doesn't have to be like straight up and down. In warrior two, we'll do that. But right now, it can just be like this. And the directions say a leg's width apart. So you be the judge of that. And then you want to bend this knee, and you're going to put your hips facing right? Okay, so do that. And then pull your shoulders back and down. Lift your arms up by your ears. And here we go. Let's do this for 3 to 5 breaths. Now we're going to just switch around to the left side. Make sure your back is straight. Shoulders down.
Lift your arms up by your ears. Make sure your hips are facing left. And let's do this for 3 to 5 breaths. Good.
Now we're going to do warrior two. So turn back to your right side. Your hips are going to stay forward. They're not moving right or left. They're staying forward. And then you take your arms and put them out straight and gaze over your right hand. 3 to 5 breaths here. Good. Turn around to the left side. Keep your hips kind of straight. Bend your knee. And look over your left hand this time. Great. Okay, ready? All of these exercises are good for your core. They work your inner muscles in your core. This, that, your back, your front. They also work your legs pretty good. So if you do this every day, you will build up strength. So now we're going to do extended side angle. So get back into your warrior two position, and you're going to take your arm and go down to the floor, or if you can't get down there, you can do it up here by your calf or down by your ankle, or you can use a block or some books, whatever, if you can't reach the floor. But if you can reach the floor, then go down and bring your arm up overhead to make sure you're in a straight line. Good. Come back up gently. We'll do the other side now. Great. Come up gently. Now we're going to do chair. Remember, you're like a mountain. Your back is straight, your shoulders are down. And you're going to bring your arms up almost to your head. And you're going to bend like you're going to sit down. Keep your back straight. Good. Now we're going to get back on the floor. We're going to stay here for the rest of our session. So get in staff pose where your feet are right directly in front of you and your back is straight. And we're going to hinge from the hips. So we're not rounding the back, we're hinging from the hips. And if you can get your nose to your knees or your shins, great, but I can't do that yet. So go as far as you can without it hurting too much. You want to feel it, but it shouldn't be painful. If it's painful, you're going too far. So shake out your legs if you need to. And then you're going to get down on the ground with your knees up, and we're going to do bridge. So basically, we have our arms at our sides, and we just lift our booty up to the sky and stay there for 3 to 5 breaths. So I don't know if you can see me or not. Yeah, kind of. Okay. So going up. This is really good for your back. Stretches out your back and your front. Down. And now we're going to do upward facing dog. So get on your front side with your hands directly underneath your shoulders, your legs together straight out behind you. Your hips should be off the floor. And we're just going to look up at the sky and do this for 3 to 5 breaths. Do the best you can. If you can't do it that long, that's okay. Good. And then now we're going to go into child's pose. So come back on your legs and then fold your body forward till your head is on the ground. And you can put your arms either side you like this, or you can put them overhead and stretch out your shoulders, which is what I'm going to do. And let's stay here for 3 to 5 breaths and just relax. And come back up when you're ready. Only got a few minutes left, so get into your yoga seat. Your back should be straight. Your head floating over your shoulders. There's a center line down your body. Your shoulders are down. You can put your hands how you want. And this week, again, first of all, congratulations for doing all that. That's a lot of work, and you need to congratulate yourself for that. And also, gratitude is something that helps us to be happy with what we have. And I work on gratitude. It's easy. Our brain is programmed to see what is wrong, to find fault, to look for what the problem is and solve it perhaps, or get away from it. And in our lives today, we don't have like tigers chasing us, and it's just, we don't have that level of threat. And so we need to train our mind to see what is good. And one way to do that, to focus on the good, is to have some gratitude. So think of something that you're grateful for while we sit in our yoga seat for the next 3 to 5 breaths. So I hope you have a very good week, and I will see you the next time. And next this week I'll try and make sure I get chair yoga put on.